You ever get that feeling that your body is trying to tell you something, but you just don't speak the language? Well, we're going to dive into that today because your body is talking all the time, and we're about to become fluent. I mean, think about it. Have you ever looked down at your fingernails and wondered, what are these little white spots really about? I can tell you right now, it is not random. It's a message. See, your body is sending out these signals constantly. So in this explainer, we're drawing from the work of Dr. Berg to become decoders and finally understand what our bodies are actually asking for. But first, you gotta ask, why are so many of us running on empty in the first place? Well, it really boils down to three huge root causes. Okay, first up, a damaged gut. I mean, it makes sense, right? If you can't even absorb the nutrients from your food, it doesn't matter how healthy you eat. Second, the quality of our food has taken a nosedive. The soil is depleted, which means our fruits and veggies just don't have the minerals they used to. And number three, this one's a big one, refined foods. Things like sugar and white flour aren't just empty calories, they actually steal the vitamins and minerals you already have. It's a total triple threat. All right, let's put on our detective hats. We're going to start with the clues you can actually see with your own two eyes, because your body loves to put its most urgent messages right there on the surface. And what's so wild is how connected all of this is. Remember those white spots on your nails? That is a textbook sign of a zinc deficiency. And guess what often causes it? A high sugar diet that just leaches zinc from your system. Oily skin? Yep, that's often a zinc issue too, since zinc is crucial for regulating the hormones that control oil. And if your gums bleed when you brush, that's a massive red flag for low vitamin C. And here's the kicker, sugar is the villain again. Its chemical structure is so similar to vitamin C that your body will literally grab the sugar first and leave the vitamin behind. This whole thing perfectly explains a modern problem Dr. Berg calls subclinical scurvy. Now, it's not the full-blown disease you read about in history books. It's a milder but chronic lack of vitamin C. It shows up as those bleeding gums, maybe even frequent nosebleeds, which tells you your entire vascular system is getting weak. And the clues just keep on coming. Got flaky skin, especially around your nose and forehead? That often points to an imbalance of fatty acids. You're probably getting way too much omega-6 from processed foods and not nearly enough anti-inflammatory omega-3s. Yellowish eyes? Okay, this one is serious. It's a sign your liver and gallbladder are backed up and you're probably low on the bile salts you need to flush everything out. And if you find it tough to see when you're driving at night, that's a classic vitamin A problem. But here's the part everyone gets wrong. You need the active form, retinol, from things like egg yolks, not just the beta-carotene from carrots. Let's look at a few more of these visual signals because they're so specific. Pitting edema, that's when you press on your ankle and it leaves a little dent. That's your body screaming for potassium. Too much salt and sugar just throws that whole balance off. Always have chapped lips, or worse, those painful cracks in the corners of your mouth. That's pointing directly to a vitamin B2 deficiency, usually because we eat so many refined grains that have had all the good stuff stripped out. And this last one, it's incredible. Losing the outer third of your eyebrows, that is a telltale sign of low iodine, which you absolutely need to make thyroid hormones. Okay, so we've covered all the things you can see. But what about the stuff you feel? Let's decode those internal sensations, and even how your mood is sending you messages. If you're constantly getting leg cramps, especially at night, your body is begging for magnesium. Just think, magnesium is the heart of chlorophyll, so leafy greens are your absolute best friend. Have a nagging cough that just will not quit? It could actually be a need for more calcium, which helps relax the muscles in your throat. And that stiff, achy low back that gets so much worse in the winter, that often points right to low vitamin D, which is one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatories there is. Now, what about our mood? Feeling irritable, nervous, your mind just racing all the time, that can be a vitamin B1 deficiency. Dr. Berg has a pretty great way of putting it. He says, if you take a little nutritional yeast, boy, it just chills you out. You'll be nice to be around, people will like you a lot better. It's funny, but it really hits home how much B1 can calm down our nervous system. And that idea connects to so much more. Frequent nightmares, for instance, can also be a sign of low vitamin B1 because it helps regulate the amygdala, the fear center of your brain. Feeling down or depressed? That has a huge link to low vitamin D, which helps boost serotonin, our natural mood elevator. And get this, even asthma has a connection. Vitamin D can seriously reduce lung inflammation, which is why a lot of people with asthma feel so much better during the sunny summer months. All right, let's talk cravings.
We usually think of them as a lack of willpower, right? But more often than not, they are incredibly specific requests from your body for something it's missing.
Just look at these two examples, they prove the point perfectly. Having a weird urge to chew on ice or sometimes even dirt? It sounds bizarre, but that is a classic textbook sign of an iron deficiency. Your body is just desperate for minerals. On the other hand, a really intense, can't think about anything else craving for salt, that's a direct signal. Your body is telling you, I need more sodium right now.
So the key is to actually listen and give your body the right thing. If you're craving ice, it wants iron, which you can get from things like red meat or liver. And if you find yourself demolishing a bag of potato chips at night, your body is asking for sodium. The answer isn't the junk food. It's adding high-quality sea salt to your meals and making sure you balance it with lots of potassium from leafy greens.
So after all this, where do we go from here? Well, it puts us on a path to getting back in balance. And that path doesn't start with a pill or a supplement. It starts with the simple act of listening. So let's just recap the big takeaways here. Number 1, your body's signs are not random. They're data. Number 2, most of these deficiencies come from our diet. Too many refined foods, not enough of the real nutrient-packed stuff. 3, the most important first step you can take is to just start listening. And finally, always remember that going after the root cause is so much more powerful than just chasing symptoms. And that really brings us to the final thought. Every single day, your body is communicating with you through every little ache, every craving, every spot on your nail. The only question left is, are you ready to start listening?